Going red, polling suggests Miami-Dade voters increasingly lean right politically, and tonight voices in the Latino community debated why and what it means for November's presidential election. In partnership with the Miami Herald, WLRN, and Univision 23, CBS News Miami streamed a town hall at Florida International University's main campus. CBS News Miami's Larry Seward is there with a recap.
Our own Elliot Rodriguez moderated that discussion here between 5 panelists. Topics, including a couple of questions from people in the audience, range from who's to blame for inflation to southern border control.
The world is on fire, and this president is not cutting it.
The Voters Decide panel held little back.
The highest possible things could be at stake, our very system of government. Whether we remain a representative democracy in the 247-year tradition of what the Founding Fathers set out, or if we move into authoritarian dictatorship, which is what Donald Trump himself has suggested he would be on day one if he returns to power.
Inoska?
I'll tell you one of the reasons that Trump has so much support, and it's precisely the Democratic Party that's demonizing him and the media.
Former President Donald Trump's run for re-election sparked debate. So did talk of the importance of the Hispanic vote and border security. A Florida International University poll found that President Biden lost 14% of support in Miami-Dade County.
That's something that really surprised me. There are a lot of concerns within the Hispanic community. As we all know, it's a very diverse community. You can't pick one group and say it speaks for everybody, but there are some common threads. I need to get Jose in here. Jose, are you concerned about this movement of support from Joe Biden to Donald Trump at this point by Hispanic voters?
Well, before I get there, I want to correct a couple of things. One, you mentioned the fentanyl crisis. Do you know what percent of
I mentioned what a voter said in New Hampshire.
Well,
what a voter said in New Hampshire.
Yeah, but that implies that immigrants are bringing fentanyl into the country.
And they're not?
86%
of people
were Americans, native-born Americans who brought it. 0.02% were immigrants.
Well, the border is open and fentanyl is
Not only surprises me as an analyst, as the son of immigrants myself, I find it reprehensible and disgusting to think that the very people who found the American dream on these shores would shut the door behind them to people that are looking to do the same thing through the same process.
I think that Hispanics and Latinos in general have woken up to the radicalization of the Democratic Party, and we're not willing to be pawns. And I think it's not a matter of a party, it's a matter of country. So it doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or a Republican. Extremism is no good anywhere.
Your specific political narrative and the things that you inherit from your background do play a lot into your political philosophy, when you are a Latino voter. So that's why I'm so glad to see it, being acknowledged on a platform like this.
It's a discussion many plan to continue, hoping to fire up voters in their community, regardless of political party. In Sweetwater, Larry Seward, CBS News, Miami.